How are we doing today, guys? Thank you for joining me to a part 2 of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Bebop and Rocksteady from JoyToy. These two figures here, like I said in my previous video, they were not readily available here in America, so I had to go through eBay to get these. Thankfully, the seller was on the up and up, and I was able to get these in. I'm pretty sure if things line up right, these will be the last of my videos for 2024. This one here should be up on, oh, I think New Year's Day or New Year's Eve. It might be New Year's Day. This one here will be actually up where Bebop was the previous before that. So yeah, if things are done right, this should be up on New Year's Day. So if you're watching this, thank you for joining me on New Year's. Okay, so with this one here, you do have the Rocksteady. You have two separate hands, opposed to the, what, like 4 sets of hands that Bebop comes with? A missile, his firearm there, a city sewer shield, a boombox, the figure stand, a knife, and then the figure himself. And he does come also with a little secondary figure stand right there as well. So, huzzah, that's kind of cool. Go ahead and get Rocksteady out. Let's get the rest of his accessories. One thing I think I really dig about this Bebop and Rocksteady, one thing that I'm super happy with, is his design in particular really reminds me of the cartoon Bebop and Rocksteady. And I may be way off base. It's been a couple years since I've watched the cartoon. He may look nothing like he did in the cartoon, but for some reason in my mind it screams cartoon to me, and he looks really accurate once again in my mind. I might be completely out of it, but it is what it is at that point. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Rocksteady himself. He does have the goggles on top of his helmet that are a separate piece. So as you can see, they kind of free float right there. I don't know. Ooh, they can actually drop over his eyes. They fit around his horn too. So that is super rad. That is awesome. That is awesome. I dig that a lot. He does have the free-floating harness. He has one singular hand grenade on his chest that is also a separate piece. So as you can see, that's kind of free-floating right there. He has a double-jointed neck, once again an upper joint and a lower joint. He does have jaw articulation, so his jaw opens as well, just like the Bebop. The shoulder articulation is really good. Elbow articulation is great. He does have the free-floating bracelets. He has the turtle shells on his hip. He looks like a little bomb right there on his belt. Double jointed knees, rocker ankles, and the toe pivots as well. And double, is it double chest or just a single? It is a double. So he has, oops, his head just popped right off there. So he does have a mid chest and a waist ball joint right there, but his mid chest doesn't really want to do much. Where did his head go? Come here, Rocksteady. You, sir, are supposed to stay intact. There we go. Just popped right back on. Gotta love ball joints. Waist or hip articulation is really good. It's mainly because of that free-floating hip design that they do. Stay in focus, camera. Mainly because of that free-floating hip design that they do. He has the thigh swivel, double joint knees. I don't know if I went through that already before I dropped his head. I know I talked about his toes and his ankles, but yeah, that's awesome. One thing that I really dig, and I think this has a lot to do with why I think he's really cartoon accurate, is he has a little back sheath for his knife. And I want to say that's a thing that they did in the cartoon, is he had that back there. The little bit of the pot belly, the camouflage green pants, but not actual camouflage, so they're like the OD green. And then so he does have a regular fisticuff hand, and then the trigger hand, so you can swap him left or right, ambidextrous. He has the sewer lid shield. Let's take a look at this. So he does have his boombox. Oh, wow. I don't like how loose that is. I really wish, because if he's carrying his boombox by the handle, that lower handle is just going to drop right there. That's kind of disappointing. And then that opens up, and you can put the missile in it. Can you close it? Wait, really? You can't close the boombox with the missile in place. Oh, unless you put the missile in backwards. It seems like a bit odd to me. And yeah, I'm really disappointed at how floppy that handle is. Because I picture, him kind of carrying the boombox by the handle up here when it's supposed to be in disguise. But yeah, what I thought was going to be one of the coolest accessories, I'm actually mildly disappointed in. But it does display really well. It sits there really, really nice. Then he does have the kind of the classic Rocksteady firearm there, that his cartoon counterpart as well as his original action figure kind of came with. So I do really enjoy how they incorporated a lot of the design based off of their original action figures. Rocksteady or Bebop come with his drill gun as well as the gun that he used, or the drill weapon, as well as the weapon that he used in the cartoon quite a bit. And then Rocksteady does come with the weapon that he used in both the movie and the cartoon. Not the movie, the cartoon and the figures. Wow. Bebop and Rocksteady never actually had a live action adaptation because for some reason they decided to go Toka and Raza. Come on, hand. There we go. Now I am super excited to get these guys up against some turtles. If I don't have any turtles, I have some other plans for them, believe it or not. Oh yeah, these guys have connecting stands. So go ahead and get that. Plop. Yeah, no, I'm super stoked for these guys. Super excited to get some pictures done with these two. Right there, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and leave it with hit that like, smash that follow if you haven't already. Please also follow me on Facebook and Instagram so you can see all the cool stuff that I do with toys. Probably really not that cool, but it makes me happy. But on that note, guys, I'm going to go ahead and leave it with thanks for watching.